Lucky, good afternoon to you, Mr. Ntamane. Thank you for your time. This could not be a worse scenario for your industry. Alcohol was banned, it was lifted, and then without warning, the president said on a Sunday night, you cannot continue to trade. How bad is it on the ground for your organizations?
Good afternoon, Gareth, and good afternoon to your viewers as well. Thank you for the opportunity. Look, the situation is very dire. But let me start on the positive side this afternoon. We actually just launched Tavern dialogues, that deals with issues around gender-based violence and femicide. I'm actually talking to you from Slochila in Tembisa, where more than 50 formations sent their representatives, where we're able then to look at programs that we're going to launch starting from tomorrow that will address issues of gender-based violence and femicide, as it were. So even though we are in a bad state in the fact that we are not able to earn a living, make an income, operate our businesses, but we are recommitting ourselves to dealing with issues that face society, and gender-based violence and femicide is one of those. I think maybe coming back to your question directly, yes, the situation is dire. Our members are not able to operate. They're not able to take care of their families, and livelihoods that are linked to the tavern space and the shipping permit holders is a lot. We're looking at a number of 250,000 that are affected by the ban that the president imposed on the liquor traders. So yes, the situation is bad, and we don't see any end in sight, as it were.
What are you doing as far as the fight for government relief is concerned? How has that fight been going? What's the feedback you're getting? Why aren't you getting it?
So we're not getting any feedback. I mean, we sent 3 letters to the president in the space of 20 days, the past 20 days, and we are yet to receive any response from government. The only positive that we got from government was via the Minister of Police, Bekitele, who committed to engaging with us to finding, common solutions on issues of crime and gender-based violence, as it were, on the ground. But in terms of relief, we haven't had anything from government, and we continue to worry that this uncaring government continue to show total disdain for the industry and the black-owned businesses which liquor traders are in the township space.
Part of the concern as well, Lucky, is that, and part of my intro to you, is that owners say government should have at least warned them before the reintroduction. Help me understand what difference that would have made before the second ban of alcohol came in. Why would the warning have helped?
So, Gareth, what happened is on the first lockdown, before we opened, we actually sat with government, the DTIC being the lead in that charge. So we proposed various conditions under which liquor could be lifted, under which we could go back to trading. And government accepted our conditions. So the 9 till 5 trading hours and Monday to Thursday operating days were actually our proposals. The issue that taverns will need to have PPEs, sanitizers, ensure that they adhere to the social distancing guidelines. Those were our suggestions. So government, we feel, could have come back to us, and we will look at ways in which we could create conditions that will have been suitable to allow us as liquor traders to support government in the fight against COVID-19, but also at the same time being able to preserve livelihoods and lives, as it were.
Lucky, a final question to you. We are in the situation we are now. No alcohol. The president and the health minister explaining it's got to do in large with the hospital beds being taken up by alcohol-related incidents. What can you now tell government with our current situation? What would you change to allow for at least some resumption of alcohol sales?
I think we could look at flexible trading times and also trading days. And also, I mean, we as Tavern, like I said when I started this interview, we are committing to being social partners for change on the ground. So issues around gender-based violence and femicide, issues around crime, issues around responsible drinking in partnership with the industry, and also our.org that will come with solutions that will deal on, I think, the elephant in the room, which is a behavioral shift that needs to happen between, with our consumers who seem to have a negative relationship with alcohol, as it were, and that is causing problems. So the issue that government has highlighted is the issue around responsible consumption of alcohol as it leads to trauma units being clogged up in our hospital facilities. So I think the issue of responsible drinking is one that needs to be addressed urgently. And our proposal to government was that we need to look at coming with behavioral shift strategies that will address this issue once and for all.
All right. Lucky Ntamane, I thank you for your time in speaking to us here on Upfront this afternoon, convener of the National Liquor Traders Council, suggesting that there is, even in the current alcohol ban, there are still ways, they believe, that the resumption of alcohol sales responsibly can be done.